YouTube? Is that you? Oh my goodness, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Mike, coming to you from Health and Wealth. Thanks for joining me today for another episode of MSTY, where I do a smaller but deeper dive into MSTY. The ETF coming to you from Yieldmax. This is a crypto play from Yieldmax, paying out monthly distributions to anybody that owns shares of it. So I'm going to try and do this in one take. Wish me luck. And if you're still here, thanks so much. I'm going to flash up the numbers of the subscribers I got from the last video. Incredible. Brand new channel. Thank you so much for that. And I hope I commented back to everybody that left a comment on those on that last video as well. So appreciate it. Taking a look at MSTY this morning, we have some good news, we have some bad news, and then we have some good news, right? So I like that. That's a good way to pair things together. So MSTY is the ETF for a company called MicroStrategies, stock symbol MSTR. MicroStrategies is a 1% owner of Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin goes up, so does MicroStrategies, or MSTR, or for all of us that are probably watching this video, we like to call it Mr. So let's take a look here today, Monday. We are at 10:45 a.m. Eastern when I recorded this video. So the current distribution rate for MSTY is 94%. So if you rewind back to my last video, which I'll post up top here now, it was higher last week. And so that number does change every single day. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. But all we really care about is show me the money, right? Show me the money. That's what I'm looking for. Every single month around the 9th, I want to see, money in my account that I can go spend on whatever I want it to be spent on. So let's scroll down here. Let's take a look. You can see the recent history of dividend distributions that we've got from MSTY. Now I came in at, I've only had 2 distributions so far from MSTY, so I guess that would be June. And July I've had so far, so $3.03 and $2.33 so far, which is good. This month, do we think that we're going to get that high? I don't think so. Excuse the clearing of the throat there. But I don't think we're going to get that high this month, or come August, whatever the day is, August 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. But let's take a look to see more details about it down below here, okay? Oh, hello there. All right, there we go. We're scrolling. So if you want to take a deeper dive into Yieldmax ETFs, I'll go ahead and put the website link in the first comment down below. I'll also have it with my Questrade referral code. So if you're in Canada looking to get a Questrade account, use my referral code. We both get $50 towards our account, which is great. It'll go ahead and buy you 1 share of MSTY here. So we're scrolling down. We're taking a look at their current holdings here. And I'm just going to start at the top right here with the Mr. conversation. So looks like the Yieldmax fund managers opened up a call for $16.75. And this is going to be expiring this week here in 4 days from now on the 26th of July. So I remember last week we were at $15.50 for the call. And so the fund managers had to close that because Mr. was quite a bit over top of that price. So they've gone ahead and made it $16.75 for this week. Let's take a look at what Mr. stock is. Now, our goal for the weeklies is to not be over top of the strike price. So, we're looking for the strike price on Friday to be $16.75 or, slightly lower would be great for us to make money on our weekly calls. So let's take a look at Mr. Stock this morning. Let me just refresh this page here. Not looking good in terms of our weekly call just on the first day here. So $17.55. Let me go back to that. We're looking at $16.75 and it's at $17.55. So our weekly call not looking amazing at this stage. Now it's very early in the week, so lots can happen. We are coming up on August 1st, and if you didn't know, August 1st is the date that MicroStrategy is going to do a 10-for-1 split. So their price, if it was to happen right now, would be $175 per share. But that actually doesn't make any change to, let me go back here, to these calls at all. So what would happen with this call, if it was fast forwarded to August 1st, it would just be also times 10. So it would be $167 call, not $1,675 call. So no real changes there. What I've seen with stock splits, Apple, maybe not Tesla, and a few other companies out there, generally the couple days after the stock starts to kind of come down a little bit, it starts to kind of plateau, and then it works its way back up after that. Generally, when we're having 10-for-1 splits, it means the company is doing really, really well, and they want to go ahead and let other people purchase their shares at a lower cost. It's one of the reasons why. But yeah, 1675. We're currently here at 1753. So in order for us to win our weekly call here, we need it to be 1675 or lower. If it's higher, which it is right now, the fund managers would have to close that weekly call, and that would cost money for them to do that, right? So not a great scenario with that. Now, if we scroll down on this page here, we can also see that we have some synthetic options out there closing on August the 16th. So just under a month from now. And the option there, they have a call and a put for 1550. So this is the good part. As long as this Mr. stock is above 1550, we make money on the synthetic option. So yes, we would potentially lose money as a company or as shareholders if the weekly call was underneath it. But with our synthetic options, we're currently at 1550. Our price today on MicroStrategy is 1757. So that means we're going to make money on that aspect of it. So there's the bad, there's the good. Really, all I care about is how much am I going to make every single month, because I'm trying to build my castle. Insert guy building a castle. And then insert the actual castle now. Thank you. So that's all I really care about. So for me, I don't necessarily need to look at this every day for your general person who puts money into this ETF. It's not something you need to look at every single day. It is interesting to see how the fund managers at Yieldmax are making their trades. I've gone ahead here. Oh, give me a second. That looks like it's closed. I'll leave that closed for you. But I've taken a look here at MSTY's price right now. I'll just do a quick refresh. And we're doing pretty well. When this fund came out 4 months ago, it came out at $21.19. So if you were purchasing this fund at the beginning, you are doing really, really well for yourself. Not only have you had 4 incredible distributions in that time, you've also experienced price appreciation on your shares. I had a lot of comments talking about, NAV erosion and reverse splits, things like that. And yeah, it could definitely happen. But I mean, if your underlying stock is doing really, really well, like Mr. has so far over the last 6 months here, then we shouldn't have any reverse splits with our ETFs. One of the biggest reasons why Tesla had a reverse split was because the underlying stock for Tesla was just dipping down. And so the fund managers here at Yieldmax weren't able to make a lot of money on that, thus having NAV erosion and having to do a reverse split. So fingers crossed that the markets always go up. Just kidding, that never happens. But if the underlying stock is doing well, then our ETF should do well as well. Now, my only question for the fund managers are, why are we creating these calls so close to the price of the stock? So in previous interviews, Jay from Yieldmax mentioned that they're trying to get as much yield as possible. And so I totally love that theory. What I don't love is that when we go 5% away from the underlying stock, we're not leaving any room for growth there. And we've seen it now 2 weeks in a row, well, 1 week in a row, with MSTY being too close to Mr.'s strike price, that we had to buy back those shares and we had to pay money for that. So far this week, we're shaping up to do the same thing. So if we, and I'm saying we because we're all in this, right? We want to make money. If we were to do our calls 10% out of the money, maybe even a little bit more than that, no, we wouldn't make as much money on our weekly calls, but we wouldn't be paying as much if the stock skyrocketed like Mr. has here over the last few weeks. So if I go 1 month, you can take a look here. Over the last month, it was at $1,400, and now today it's at $1,753. So a $377 climb in just 30 days. Not too many people can predict that. You know, the crypto bulls would predict that, of course, because they talk about how Bitcoin and crypto go in cycles, and we're now on a cycle of going up, as for what I've heard out there in the world. Yeah, it's difficult to time the market. It's difficult to write these calls. But if we were thinking, maybe we would start going 10% out and maybe not be yield max, but yield pretty good would be good with me. I don't know about you guys. Yield pretty good would be good, especially on these companies that are growing, like NVIDIA, things like that. So anyways, I just wanted to pop on and thank you very much for the following on that last video. If you're still here, you have no idea. I was looking at it all weekend. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to flash this on the screen for you. And can I scroll down? There we go. So you can take a look at the growth of this channel. That was over the weekend. 229 subscribers as of 10:54 a.m. on Monday, July the 22nd. Pretty incredible. I had 115 new subscribers over the weekend. That's amazing. And we had 203 hours of watch time in that time as well. So pretty incredible. Most of that came from the potential of MSTY here video. So if you haven't had a chance, take a look at it. Again, I'll link it up top for you, and I'll also put it at the end of this video for you to click on, okay? Anyways, I just wanted to stop by and say thanks for that, and thanks for subscribing, and I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Bye for now.